Okay, guys, we are coming to you from my kitchen table today. All right, so today's lesson is being able to find the circumference of a circle when you're given either the radius or diameter. So here, at your own leisure, take a look at your review vocabulary words. What you need to remember, again, is the radius and the diameter and the relationship between the two of them. Okay, please remember the diameter cuts the circle in half. It's the longer of the two. The radius goes from the center of the circle to any point outside the circle. Okay, the radius is half the diameter. So what you're going to need for today, and excuse my printer, it's really kind of acting up, but what you're going to need today is the formula for the circumference of a circle. So the formula for the circumference of a circle is C, standing for circumference, is equal to pi times the diameter. Okay, or you may sometimes see the formula as pi or 2 times pi times r. And the reason being is because 2 times r, or 2 times the radius, gives you the diameter. So these two are one and the same. All right, so remember also that there's 3 different ways that they could ask you to calculate the circumference or the area. All right, and one way is they're going to tell you nothing, give you no directions, like in Model 1. In that case, you're going to use the pi key on your calculator, okay? They may ask you to use 3.14, like in Model 2, or they may ask you to leave your answer in terms of pi. So we'll go over each of those as we get to it. All right, so Model 1, what is the circumference of a circle whose diameter is 12 pi? Round your answer to the nearest tenth. All right, so first I always start off by writing the formula. All right, circumference is equal to pi times the diameter. This problem is great because it gives us the diameter. All right, the diameter is 12. All right, so all we got to do is plug it in. So circumference is equal to pi times 12. Being that it didn't give us any directions, like I said before, we're going to do 12 times pi. Okay, and we get 37.6991184. Now, being that it says to the nearest tenth, the 6 is in the tenths place. So what I'm going to do is write down the 6, 9, because I need the 9 to tell me what to do with the 6. Okay, so circumference is equal to 37.69. All right, so remember, the 6 is what we're rounding because that's what's in the 10th place. We look at the 9, since it's a 9, right? Remember that 5 or higher, round up. Okay, remember 4 or lower, it doesn't round down, it stays the same. That's a big misconception. A lot of you think if it's 4 or lower, you go down 1. No. All right, so this is going to be 37.7. That's our circumference. Okay, any questions, message me. Moving on, Model 2. What is the circumference of a circle whose radius is 15? Here it tells us to use 3.14 for pi. Okay, I usually don't see them doing that on, the 7th grade level state exams or anything like that, but who's to say they're not going to? So you need to be familiar. What is the circumference of a circle whose radius is 15? Again, here's your formula. Pi times diameter. Or some of you may want to use 2 times pi times r, since this problem tells us the radius. I'm going to show you real quickly that they're one and the same. All right, so if we use this formula, we need the diameter. The problem gives us the radius. But we know how to figure out the diameter if we have the radius. All right, so our radius is 15. That means our diameter is 30, okay, because the radius is half of the diameter. So if you use this formula, okay, you're going to have the circumference is equal to pi times 30. It's said to use 3.14, so 3.14 times 30 give me 94.2. 94.2. Okay. Now, if we use this formula, this hopefully will show you how they're one and the same. Okay, I'm going to repeat it again because if the radius is half of the diameter, right, the diameter would be twice the radius. So 2 times r is basically d. All right, so if we follow this way, 2 times pi times 15, okay, 2 times 3.14, because that's what they told us to use for pi, times 15 should give us 94.2. Boom. Circumference is equal to 94.2. Okay, these are both the same formula. All right, model 3. What is the circumference of a circle shown below? So this shows us a picture, all right? And what's different about this one than the other two is that you have to figure out what the 4.5 is. So the 4.5 happens to be the radius. So if the radius is 4.5 inches, that would mean our diameter is twice that amount, which would be 9 inches. So when I plug it into the formula, and notice it didn't give us any directions for pi, so we are going to use the pi key. Circumference is equal to pi times 9. Okay, circumference is equal to pi times 9. All right, and 28.274333388. All right, this one didn't give us any rounding directions. So if we round to the nearest hundredth, which number's in the hundredths place? The 7. So the 7 looks at the 4. So since it's a 4, it would stay the same. And it would be inches, and it's inches to the, just inches, because it's perimeter. All right. Okay, last one. This is a word problem where they don't ask you for area or circumference. It's something that you need to figure out. So it says the outside radius of a truck tire is 11 inches. Approximately how far will the truck have traveled after 3 rotations of these tires? So if you imagine you have a radius that's 11 inches. Okay, so that makes the diameter how much? The diameter would be 22. All right. Now, how do I know that this is a circumference problem? It's because the tire is rotating. Okay, so that would be the outside. All right, that's circumference, the outside. They're not talking about the inside. And we find circumference by doing pi times the diameter. And I believe on your paper it says leave your answer in terms of pi. Let me add that. If it doesn't, add it. Okay, leave in terms of pi. So it would be 22 times pi. But it says something about 3 rotations. So this is only 1 rotation. That would be the amount outside. Now it's talking about 3 times. So we would multiply that by 3, which is going to give us 66 pi. Okay. All right. Again, if you guys have any questions, please hit me up on Google Classroom. All right. Good luck.